For the second time in about a year and a half, New York police have gotten into a fight with a group that is basically a farm league gang. Well, they're the farm league for the TDA. This group attacked cops on Friday. This is 5/7/2025. This is Wednesday. So Friday night, and I'm just hearing about this. They're called Los Diablos de 42. They're a subset of Tren de Aragua. These guys set up an ambush with like 12 people and attacked two NYPD officers that were responding to what looked like a theft in progress. So this is the second time in a year and a half, and I'm going to show you two videos. The first video is going to be a news report of the attack a year ago, and the next video will be the current attack. So let's let you find out what's going on.
Five suspects charged in the Times Square attack against two NYPD officers are behind bars tonight after facing a judge.
This is, we're learning now, two of the suspects are tied to a Venezuelan gang. Fox 8 Linda Schmidt is live in Lower Manhattan with the latest details. Linda.
That's right there. Well, first of all, I can tell you this. I spoke with ICE today, and ICE confirming that two of the suspects in this case are members of a brutal Venezuelan gang. That gang is called Tren de Aragua. Federal authorities saying this is just proof that gang members are making it across the southern border. Wilson Juarez and Kelvin Servida Arocha in court today in Lower Manhattan are members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, according to ICE. The two are part of the migrant mob accused of beating and kicking two NYPD officers in Times Square last month. ICE telling me today that Juarez should not have even been in the U.S. A judge in El Paso, Texas, ordered him deported a year ago. Now they, along with five others in this case, are behind bars at Rikers. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg asking the judge for bail since the suspects have been indicted.
Our criminal justice system did its job. These individuals are all behind bars where they belong.
After their initial arrest, Juarez and Arocha were released without bail by DA Bragg, along with Yorman Reveron and Darwin Gomez Esquiel. Esquiel was arrested again this week and charged with shoplifting at a Macy's in Queens.
They should have never been released. The DA in the case should have requested bail. The judge should have kept them behind bars.
Yohenry Brito was the only suspect who was sent to Rikers on $15,000 bail after the beating in January. A source telling me that he was released this week after an activist pastor from a Brooklyn church posted his bail. However, he is now back in Rikers while authorities investigate the source of that money. Police body cam video shows the interaction with the officers and the migrants on January 27th. Officers had instructed the group not to block the sidewalk and to move along. Some of the suspects' lawyers raising questions as to whether police overreacted.
I think it's undisputed that physical contact in this case was initiated by a police officer.
The bottom line is that this individual didn't comply with a New York City police officer.
And also today, DA Bragg released a statement saying that because of his office's thorough investigation, they are going to be able to hold these suspects fully accountable. By the way, the DA's office is still looking for 3 more suspects in this case. Back inside to you.
All right, thanks, Linda.
Tonight, the department announced that 5 have been taken into custody. Big 7's Eileen LaPalmer has the latest on the investigation.
The incident happened Friday night here on 8th Avenue and 42nd Street. The NYPD says 10 to 12 individuals attacked those two officers, and that some of them belong to an offshoot of a Venezuelan street gang. This is just one of the videos police are reviewing as they investigate an attack on two NYPD officers in Times Square. It started when the cops tried to protect three people who were being surrounded.
The officers engaged the group and attempted to break up what appeared to be a wolf pack-style robbery. Instead, they were ambushed, pelted with scooters, basketballs, and other makeshift weapons. This was a targeted attack, planned, deliberate, and carried out with intent. And it will not be tolerated.
The attack happened just after 7:30 on Friday night, right near tourists and street vendors.
I think it's not good for your country.
The alleged attackers are between 12 and 19 years old. 5 have been arrested so far. Police looking into how some of the suspects took this picture of themselves while in custody and posted it to social media. Tuesday morning, the NYPD released these images of 3 of the remaining suspects they're looking for. Teens that the NYPD say are known gang members.
Our detectives got right to work and within hours identified members of a violent group known as Los Diablos de 42, a subset of Tren de Aragua. Several of them are listed in our gang database, and that's one of the reasons that we caught many of them so quickly.
When you look at this crew, right now, 37 total identified members between Los Diablos and who they've been arrested with, who are really a farm team of Tren de Aragua. Of those 37, we have over 240 arrests.
Mayor Eric Adams said some of the teens arrested were responsible for a string of crimes last year, like robberies in Central Park, this one in August of 2024, and on the 7 train in November of last year. ICE agents were at one of the precincts where the suspects were taken, although the NYPD and mayor said they did not directly report the arrests to ICE, as is keeping with the NYPD policy.
We say it over and over again. We don't participate in civil enforcement. If some witness out there saw these officers being attacked and all of a sudden they decide to do their tips, we have nothing to do with that. We don't coordinate on civil enforcement.
And again, so far, police confirming those 5 arrests, and they are still looking for the other individuals. We are here in Times Square. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11.
The 19-year-old that was arrested in the second attack, this most recent attack, is actually living. His name is Jefferson Jose Mijares Hernandez. I'm probably messing up the name, but he was a 19-year-old. He's a resident of the Roosevelt Hotel Migrant Shelter. Yeah. So let's let you think about this. You've got a gang, this Los Diablos de 42, who's basically the farm league. This is the team that's getting prepared to move up. You know, their members are going to age into Tren de Aragua, and they're setting up ambushes for cops after the first attack that happened about a year ago. And the folks that went after President Trump heavy let them go, made sure that they got bail. But, you know, this is the situation that's going on in New York City. You've got a DA who believes that building up fake charges against a president is more important than defending the citizens of his city. This is what's going on. The first guy that really got noticed was Darwin Andres Gomez Isguel, and he was given a really softball sentence. Yeah, this is what's going on in New York City, and this is what they're trying to do all over. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Just like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Go